Okay, so someone asked me to do drum and bass, so I'm gonna give you my version of it. I like listening to drum and bass, but I've never tried making drum and bass ever. I always wanted to learn, so I watched a video and hopped on, and this is what I got. So I did my I have if you guys heard of Rephaser. Rephaser has a kit. He has a jungle kit in there, in one of his kits for the OP XY. So check him out. And so I'm using his kit for the drums. Now his kit is chopped up one shots. So I had to learn how to put together that kind of thing because most of the time people just take a drum break and then speed it up. So I had to learn from scratch. So it's a little bit more work. So these are the samples I had, or the one shots I have. So I got the drums. I'm gonna try to see if I can do this for you so you can hear it by piece by piece. So here's the kicks. Then all right, because it's gonna get confusing if you don't see it. So in here, here's the two snares they're hitting, or the kicks, I should say. Not kicks, snares. I said it right. There's 4 bars here. Okay, and so you'll see it hit here. Then the next time you'll see this ghost hit. Right, ghost hit. Then the next time you see it is back to there. And then the fourth time on the 4th page, I have an extra one in with another hit. So that's what you're hearing is me. I could have put this probably on 2 pages. Well, 1 page, I mean, and did the step components. But it was the first time I was learning it, and I was trying to. So anyway, it's the first time. You got to give me a break on that one because I've never done it before ever. So this is literally the first time. All right, so then you have your hi-hats going on. I think I just used this one primary. And then what I did, put a step component on this to vary the hi-hat. So instead of me sitting there trying to play it at 170 BPM, it's insane. So what I did was I used this variation tool right here on all the components or step components on these, and it made it basically vary the hi-hat for me. Then on the 4th one, I got a where is it? I either used, no, I didn't use that. That sounded like a cowbell. Where's the one I used? Well, you'll hear it. So here's these 4 together with the hi-hats. I did use that one. Now, I can't turn it up much louder. I could, but I get wake my wife up, and I'm trying not to get in trouble. All right, so there's that. I'm just showing you step by step, right? Then I had to do the chords. Which one did I do chords on? So I use tonality. I like jazz chords with this type of music. The drum and bass I've always liked was jazz chords. Of course, they sample stuff too. So, but I'm not sampling anything. I'm playing it all in. With the chords though, I use tonality, and I just basically hook it to here over the phone and just sit there and play the chords in the pattern I like. So here's the chords and the drums. All right. What I'm noticing though is the more I put in here, the polyphony starts getting closer to where it's hitting, and I'm noticing like I'm hearing little notes here and there off that I'm like, wait, what is that? But I think it's because there's so much polyphony going on in this thing. So if you go to track 8, here's the and I'm using a multi-sample. So here's the multi-sample. Hit here, you can see where notes are, like little notes in there are, you can't see that far away, but there's little bitty notes in there that probably don't belong in there, but they're happening. Okay, so occasionally you might hear something that's a little off. It's kind of difficult because I'm not chopping samples, I'm actually playing it in. So with these, so I'm not step sequencing that. I'm actually playing the chords on the using the phone to play the chords to get that sound. So it's a little different. But anyway, then I did the bass. I think I did the bass next, if I'm not mistaken. And I think the bass is on this track. Yeah. So Rephraser has a sub in there. Of course, you can make your own sub using the wavetable, but he had a sub called Into the Sub or something. I can't remember exactly the name. Anyway, and I just played a bass line that sounded good to me. So here's what we got. Now what I wanted to do for a lead was I was going to add in this guitar. Watch. Check it. So that I just did that for you live because I haven't recorded that, but I was just gonna record something like that. Just do a little solo for 16 bars. And how do I get 16 bars? Pretty simple. You're gonna take 4, and then I'm gonna track scale it to down to 2. So that should give me, that ain't 14, is it? 16? No, I was gonna track scale it to 16, I think. Put it on 4, track scale it to 4, and I think, yeah, that gives me 16, because 4 bars times 4 would be 16. There you go. Gosh, the math you got to do sometimes. That's the only thing I would say I would like to see them do, but they can't know how much you want to record. It's not like so you have to preset that, right? That's the one downside, is that you got to preset this thing to, if you want to do those 4, you're going to have to make sure you got 4, and then track scales right here. So you're going to scale it to 4. That'll give you the 16 to play your solo. So for instance, let's start here. And you mess up, ain't no way you're going back and touching that. So the best way to make sure you're on the right track, because I already messed up once with this, and then clear notes, and then it'll clear the notes for that, and then you can go play it again. Take it out if you want. Drum and bass, jazz, drum and bass, I guess. That's what I would call it. Make sure you save. It's the Whisper. Jazz Whispers. Drum and bass jazz whispers. We're going to say save. Always name your stuff. Highly suggest that. You don't, you're up against yourself and the memory of going back and playing it and starting all over. Especially if you program stuff like them drums. My goodness, it'll take you forever. If you know this style of music, then you probably have no problem. Or if you're playing everything in, that's one thing. But at 170 BPM, I imagine most people are chopping samples or probably step sequencing that in because it's crazy fast. But anyway, it was a fun challenge. I forgot who the person is, but thank you for challenging me to try something different because that's the goal, is always trying something new and exploring and experimenting. And now I can use it for other music. All right, I'm out.